Hi everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today's the return of Omori. I want to say I've only done this game once, but I don't even know anymore. I want to say once, but either way, it's the return. We're going to be listening to Jawbreaker and White Surf Style 6 from the channel Omocat, requested by Ishouse and Visceral. Thank you very much. These are both pretty short, so I'm kind of looking forward to it because it's like I noticed the shorter the song is on here, the more I don't even know, just the more insane it can get. Also, not that anyone cares, but I'm just curious about how this reaction is going to go because I have a massive headache right now. So let's see if this will make that better or worse. Oh man. I do remember though, last time I heard Omori, it was like pretty bizarre. It's like kind of like electronic madness. That's the only way I can describe it. But anyways, this is Jawbreaker from Omori. Sounds like I'm shopping for bread. Don't ask me how I thought of that. It's just what came to mind. Sick. This is good. It's almost over. That makes me sad. See, another reason I like these short songs is because it really challenges me. These are reactions at the end of the day. You know, what is going to go through my mind in such a short amount of time, where I'm also juggling just listening to it and enjoying it. You know, that went by so fast. As I said, you know, I'm not in like, I mean, my mood is fine. I'm just kind of like, So I was wondering, and I've done it before. It's not my first time. I've done like little experiments with myself where I'll record despite me not maybe wanting to, or you know, it just depends. You know, I always want to see like how things can affect my reaction. Really, it's so weird saying the word reaction. I feel like that word has been so, I don't know, I'm like numb to that word now. It meant like something completely different, like maybe 10 years ago. Now it's like kind of a staple word in the internet. But literally, like my reaction to it, you know, like how I'm going to feel as it's happening. Sounds cooler the more words you throw in there. And all I can tell you in that short amount of time is it made my spirits better. It was a great song. It was awesome. But the whole time I just kept imagining like quite literally France. Just here's how simple this was. I saw like the Eiffel Tower in the background, a like cafe outside, and people on those little round tables outside on a patio eating bread and drinking tea and coffee. And that's what's playing on like the stereo inside or something. Not much to go off of. Also, it's called Jawbreaker. That's where the questions were arising. I was like, what the heck? Right. The music was fantastic. The accordion. In fact, I liked it so much that it is comparable to, you know, this is always a good sign when I can compare this to something I put in my top 5, and that's Skullgirls. Skullgirls music has a lot of stuff like this. There's no real like one genre in Skullgirls, but they have a lot of kind of old time movie jazzy swingy stuff in there, but it's not the entire soundtrack. But there are definitely songs like this in there, so it reminded me of that kind of jazzy, old film style of music. So that was great. No idea what the hell Jawbreaker means. My gut instinct says fight, but I don't even know what Omori is about. The only thing I know about Omori is there's a kid on the cover and he looks kind of sad. That's it. So to make things even more confusing, we have a song called White Surf Style 6. What is going on in this game? Jawbreaker, White Surf Style 6. I don't know, man. We'll ask questions later. Maybe we'll scroll down through the description and see something, but I'm just kind of enjoying the tunes right now as I'm swimming in Tylenol. Let's go. White Surf Style 6. Ooh, actually. Am I gonna hear surf guitar? I love surf guitar. Let's go. Although I am getting the aquatic feel. Kind of bubbly chords. There's definitely water going on here. White Surf Style 6. Dude, whoever the composers for this game kind of reminds me of like Toby Fox a little bit, slightly. Recording again. Let's look up some information. It sounds kind of holiday. A little bit of a festive feel. There's this percussion that was playing on the left side that was driving me crazy. But it's not a big deal. But if you listen to the song, the one I heard, I have noticed sometimes it doesn't translate well in my own videos. But if you were to hear the exact same song from Omori and you listen to the left speaker, there was a little like tick, 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 that sounded like clipping. And it was, yeah. Pedro Silva. Is that right? I don't know. There's so many. Omori is it's a pretty recent game. Omori is a 2020 role-playing video game developed and published by indie studio Omori. Oh. Okay, so this is the developer's page. The player controls a non-verbal hikikomori teenage boy named Sunny and his dream world alter ego, Omori. Let's find out what hikikomori means. Severe social withdrawal. Oh, okay. The player explores both the real world and Sunny's surreal dream world as Omori, either overcoming or suppressing his fears and repressed memories. Jeez. How Sunny and Omori interact depends on choices made by the player, resulting in one of several endings. The game's turn-based battle system includes unconventional status effects based on characters' emotions, prominently portraying concepts such as anxiety, depression, psychological traumas. Okay, jeez. Oh, there's a couple composers, Bo and Jamie Lynn and Pedro Silva. So what it sounds like to me is they turn like kind of mental health into a RPG. Is this a like awareness kind of game? It's pretty dark, but I mean, also I think relatable to a lot of people. I guess that kind of alludes to the whole art I've seen where it's just the boy just sitting there kind of blank staring. It does kind of make you wonder. Every time I've seen that image, I'm just like, what's going on in his head? And apparently, he's kind of got this, it sounds interesting actually. I don't know if I've heard of that before as a concept in a video game. Maybe it exists. I don't know what's original or not anymore. But now, all of a sudden, the music takes on a new life, so to say. Just based on that little synopsis on Wikipedia that I saw. Out of all the songs I've heard, which is not many, there is definitely a sense of... I say this in kind of, the most non-scientific way possible. No offense to anyone, but a little bipolar. It sounds like... Gosh, how do I say this? I feel like I'm walking on eggshells here. But I'm just being honest. Now that I know that, and now that I've heard how music is all over the place in this game, it seems to kind of reflect that whole... Well, I guess just like mental health thing. Mood swings, feeling different ways, anxious, that kind of stuff. I don't know. So, here's what I'll do. First of all, my eye is itching like crazy. Sorry. I'm gonna take this time. First of all, let me just say, both these songs are fantastic. Really, really cool stuff. I like just how, it reminds me of like Toby Fox, kinda. It's really sporadic. Feels like a paint just being thrown at a canvas. So, if you're willing to share, I don't have any mental health issues, but if you're willing to share, maybe not in full detail if you don't want to, and I'm not trying to trigger anybody, does this game portray that life well? Do you feel that it's... I don't know, I don't want to like have negative comments. I'm just trying to say, like, do you feel this is something that should be touched on, should be left alone? I feel like this is a bold thing. Like, I've never heard of a developer doing this. If I had to take a guess, the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that developers and the writers is usually just telling whether it's if it's a fictional story, it's something they've made up themselves, or if it's based on something, it's based on their own life. I could totally see this game being how the main writer or developer has experienced life, and they just wanted to, what I mean? There's so many ways this can go. There's so many ways it can go, and it opens up a lot of questions for me, because I don't know this world. I don't know how people deal with this stuff. My heart goes out to them. But also, there's the possibility that, let's say, the creator has never been through any of these things and is telling these kind of stories through the eyes of someone who hasn't. It's hard to put into words what I'm thinking, but I'm trying to correlate how the music can go with that, because it is kind of all over the place. The music is very, I don't want to say random, because random can seem like sort of a negative thing. It's really good, but it just kind of comes and goes. It's really well made. You know what? This might be a reach. This is going to be very... I don't know if metaphorical is the right word. But this music to me sounds kind of what imposter syndrome sounds like to me. Now that's something we all, I think, suffer from. Including me, including everyone. Everyone not feeling that like they're worth, like It's okay to kind of like, you know, express gratitude to yourself and not always think whatever, you know. What I'm getting at is this song kind of sounds like that to me. And the reason I'm saying that is because it sounds like it's kind of put together like in a scramble, but the quality of the sound is superb. And you can kind of, in my head, I'm kind of relating that to imposter syndrome a little bit, where you can kind of guess or second guess your own abilities. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's not an easy thing to talk about, but I'm now seeing this game soundtrack completely different. The first time I heard Omori, I'm pretty sure I just praised the music and that was it. I didn't look up anything. I don't think I did. I don't remember that. But now that I've done that, anytime I check out Omori in the future, I will remember that. I will remember that because I never heard of that. I never heard of a game that goes to that avenue. So the next time I hear Omori as well, I'm gonna try to think really outside the box. But yeah, let me know. I don't know. This video is odd for me, but let me know what you think of the music, of the topic, of the subject matter. Does this interest you now because of that? Does it put you off because of that? Tell me more about Omori. Thank you to the requesters, and thank you to all the patrons you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. I couldn't be here without you either. My name is Jesse, and the Auditorium Video Game Music Rules.